Hi, how are you? How have you been? I hope you're holding up okay. I hope the content that is coming through to you is, making you feel a type of way. I hope if it was something to encourage, it encouraged you. If it was something to shake you up a bit, it did. I really, really hope this is attaining its purpose. I'm well. I have been great. I have just been growing and learning and being feeling amazing about your interactions, getting to know some of you. This is amazing. Welcome. I want us to talk about purpose. I want us to talk about what you carry. Do you even know you carry something? Let's talk about that, shall we?
Audio Jungle.
Do you know that every one of us carries something? 12 years ago, I met someone who changed my life entirely. I was going through a Kim phase. I was happening. Remember that time of ours? I was really, really happening. So there was this guy. Yes, a guy. I was not really sure what's the deal with the both of us. He did everything by the book as far as relationship is concerned, but he was not coming out clear, and it had been a while. Let me not even tell you the number of years it had been. I'll tell you in subsequent episodes. So, it had reached a place my back was against the wall regarding this guy. There was so much I needed to do, and he's just toying with my feelings, with my emotions, but he's sure we're good, we're in a good place. So I talked to a friend of mine about it. His name is Solomon, and he's just as wise as that name. And he listened. I told him about it on a Saturday evening. He listened, by the way, very keenly, never interrupted, not once. And he said, I've heard you. I was perturbed. After everything I've said, you've heard me. Hey, wow. But I was like, okay, at least I vented, at least it's out of my system. The following Sunday, we met in church. And he told me about this Joseph and Mary story. I know, not the Christmassy point of it. And he told me, Bella, you remember when Mary was approached by the angel and was told about how she's going to bear the Messiah and, she should not be afraid and all that. But now the twist comes when Joseph heard about it. Can you imagine? Even now, you're planning a wedding with someone. You are planning life with someone. And then, hey, they come and there's news of how pregnant she is. Hey, atakamani wewe, what would you do though? So he told me, Joseph wanted to quietly cut it off. And that's what's happening to most of us now. You are so pregnant with purpose. You are so pregnant with assignment. You are so pregnant with destiny. You are so pregnant with ideas. You're so pregnant with the next level. And this is metaphorical because even as a guy, you can be so pregnant with destiny and purpose and assignment. But you see, some people do not understand that. They do not understand how can you be that pregnant with that kind of assignment? You're only a woman. You're only 13 years old. You're only 25 years old. You're only 30. This is something that's done with people who are 50, who are 80, who have lived their life to some extent, You cannot be pregnant with that. But that's just how it is. That's your assignment. That's your baby. And then now they want to quietly cut it off. They don't want to be seen with you anymore. And when you're pregnant, there are things you don't eat. There are places you don't go. There are clothes you don't wear. There are people you don't visit. There's morning sickness. There are cravings when you're pregnant. But you cannot go to the Himalayas and you're climbing at month 9 in the cold. There are things when you're pregnant you guard. When someone comes so close to your belly, there is a reflex is to protect it. When someone looks at you funny, you tend to, there are things that come with pregnancies. And there are people who do not understand that. People who have never been pregnant and people who don't just get. How can you be pregnant and yet we have not, like King James says, we have not laid together. So they would want to quietly cut off. If they are friends of yours you've been meeting every other day, they'll be, oh, I'm busy. Oh, I'm held up. Maybe next week, maybe next month. If it's someone who's been calling you frequently, maybe 5 times a day, they'll start doing it 2 times a day and blame it on being busy. This is something we're also going to talk about, this being busy thing. For me, it's a serious myth. So do not think or for 1 minute even come to this point that you want this pregnancy out, that you want to terminate it because so-and-so is no longer your friend, because so-and-so is no longer coming to your gigs, because so-and-so is no longer picking your calls or calling you back. You would rather what you're carrying. I'm not saying you cut off your relationships, please don't get me wrong. Just these people who do not understand. These people who want to quietly cut it off. So what do you carry? What purpose? What's this thing that you're so pregnant with you cannot wait to put to bed? Do you carry it to term and reign like the king or the queen that you are?